What's up, guys? We're back at it again. It's Opex. Not gonna make a scary New World Order, everyone's out to get you population control type video in this one. I'm losing a lot of subscribers lately, and I know that has nothing to do with the content I'm bringing out. Rather, it has something to do with a lot of truck drivers hoping that I was still in truck driving or can learn something, or a lot of truck drivers just tend to subscribe to other truck drivers, whether they fucking like them or not. I used to do the same thing. Oh, you're a truck driver. I could learn something from you. I think that's a very valuable thought process in life. Anyways, it's Opex. We're going to dive into it in this video. I'm going to drink this coffee. I just got done with the workout. Drinking a coffee. Got my protein powder in my coffee. So I'm getting the best post-workout drink possible. I want to talk to you guys about something special in this video. Again, it's nothing negative. It's not about population control, anything like that. This is to help you. This is why you are not successful, how to become successful, how to understand the blueprint for life. I'm going to give you that blueprint right now and how to be successful. And it's more than just law of attraction. We're going to get really deep into this one, but we're going to make it as fast as possible. That's why the coffee's here, so I can talk to you guys as fast as possible so we can get through this as fast as possible. And you guys don't have to wait till an hour into the video before something profound happens. So we're going to get directly into it. Let me have a sip of coffee, gather my thoughts, then turn down music. And I assume that type of music doesn't get me kicked off YouTube or the video kicked down or put down or whatever. Anyways, so it is Opex. I'm back. This is going to be much more of a positive video for you guys today. Of course, I'm not just negative. I'm not just positive. I'm all around. I'm willing to talk about anything to help you guys. I don't talk about scary things like population control to fear you and put you in a bubble and have you watch New World Order videos all day. I do it to enlighten you. Also, even these positive videos are clearly designed to help you. I'm not getting anything out of this video. I can put this information out there and feel good about putting that information out there, but that's all I literally get. But this information is for you guys. I don't get monetized. I don't ever want to ask you for a penny. This information is free, and this is why good-hearted people like me, you can tell like when people are truly trying to help you. If I have any information wrong, I apologize. I'm going to give you the information direct and as honest as possible. So let's get into it. So, let's come up with an idea here. In my life, I just lost about 60 pounds. I'm down to 156. I went from 213 pounds to 156. So that's 57 pounds I've lost since I've been out of the truck. Now, why was I able to lose that weight? And why, after losing 20 pounds, did I just not stop? Like a lot of people. Now, there's two ways generally, by default, people give up working out or becoming their greatest version or becoming better in any shape or fashion. Why do people fail? Why do people give up? Two main default reasons. This is non-conscious, by the way. This is default. This is your programmed brain on default mode. The reason why you give up is because of A, you're not getting as much attention towards it, or two, you're getting too much attention towards it. Why is that important? Why am I talking about attention? And why two sides of the spectrum? Lack thereof versus too much. Look, if you're getting a lot of attention, there's a part in our default lizard brain that says, we've done it. We're there. We don't need to go any further. You know, like we've made it. You get the girl, whatever, right? You get the thing that you need. You get the attention. Now you got the attention, now you're good, now you can just fuck off, right? Goal achieved. Then there's the other side of the default brain, which is not getting enough attention. Is it worth it? You know, and this also goes with every aspect of your life. I'm saying this for the workout idea because it is so easy to digest. I continued working out after the results, after people start saying, "Oh, good, you look great." I still get it to this day. "Oh my god, dude, you got buff," or "Dude, you look great," or a chick talks to me, or you can just see like a girl get nervous around you because they saw a little piece of your bicep and you're more manly, or whatever, right? And you get that feeling, and a lot of people want to say, do one of two things: continue being motivated by that, which is cool. It's not sustainable, but you can get motivated by someone liking you, obviously. I'm going to say it right now. It's not sustainable. You can't continue on that path. Hold on. You're not even really seeing me. I'm trying to put my voice towards the camera, or the microphone. As you can see, there's a microphone right there. And I'm trying to get me in here. Hello, guys. So some people, like me, I would get a lot of attention, and then I would... sometimes I would be like, I don't feel like working out. Like I'm already there. Like tomorrow I'm still going to look the same. I'll work out tomorrow. All right. That's a really stupid thing to do. Because you're going to lose motivation. Motivation is a driving factor. That's why all these motivational videos on YouTube exist. That's why people actually need motivation. It's true. I need motivation. Everyone needs motivation. You don't just do something. There's got to be a reason. Through life, there's always cause and effect. There's an effect because of a cause, and there's always going to be a result from consciousness, right? Like you make a conscious decision, there's going to be a result of that conscious decision. Sorry for coughing in a microphone. So how do you stay motivated? Now, you can look at a motivational video, and be like, oh, God, this guy's jacked, right? And he's working out, and he has this idea of, well, no one else is going to do it. You got to push through it. Winners only. You can hear that all day long. But eventually, you're going to become numb to that information. A motivational video is great for the here and now. That's if you're right here in the moment, you need a motivation to work out, find that motivation. By any means necessary. However, like I'm trying to explain to you, it is not sustainable to be doing that, to be looking for a motivation constantly and finding that same motivation over and over again, because it's not going to do it for you, right? So a guy who works out, who gets all the women, do you think this guy is going to work out forever? He gets all the women. Why does he have to work out, right? So he loses motivation because he's already getting the women. There might be people that work out and still never get the women. So then they decide not to. It's not even worth it. If the girls don't even care, then why do I have to care? And again, vice versa, gender, doesn't matter which gender, doesn't matter your scenario, doesn't matter. You can apply this to your job, you can apply this to anything. But like I said, it's very easy to digest when you talk about working out because it's very straightforward. It's, hey, you need to do this. Like for your health or for whatever reason to motivate you, whether it's to find a spouse, it's to become an athlete, whatever that is, to feel good. I don't know. I don't know what the reason you would work out for, but that would be for you and geared for you. And your dedication towards that goal is a result of what you want out of life. Me personally, I've noticed that a lot of people, when they go to work out, they take pictures. So I'm going to reiterate, I think I said this last video, in my update video, where I was basically saying that I've made a change. I've lost about 57 pounds, right? I've lost all this weight. I feel great. I work out every day. And yeah, so like if I'm working out every day and I'm feeling good, you would think that's just enough motivation right there. But it isn't, right? What a lot of people do for that motivation is they'll post videos, they'll post pictures, they'll show updates constantly of their progress because they always want to be told, hey, man, you look great, or hey, girl, you're doing it. Wow, you look amazing, especially women. Like, wow, you need to constantly have that attention. And if you're not getting that attention, then it's like, whatever. Or if you're getting too much attention, then it's like, whatever. Your motivation diminishes. So it's not sustainable. And if you're always doing a progress video, you might plateau. You might be like, damn, this picture doesn't look as good as I did last month. Like, what's going on? I'm working out just as hard. Is it even worth it? Like, I honestly need to tell you guys this. This is probably one of the major things I want you to digest and really evaluate in this video is, hey, you don't have to do this update thing. You don't have to prove to others that you're doing it. You need to do this for yourself. New Year's Eve, you don't need to tell people your resolution. You don't need to tell people you need a new job and you're trying to work out now or lose weight. Stop doing that. That's not sustainable. The only way that you can make that sustainable for yourself is to not tell a fucking soul and just do it. Like Nike, do it. That's the motivation. Now, I'm going to get into a little tips and tricks of how I do it. It is not going to apply to you. This might not work for you, and I totally understand that it wouldn't because I have to brainwash myself to make it work for me. There's a lot of ways that I combat lack of motivation. Some days I don't feel good. I may be under the weather. I might have eaten some sugar the day before and my digestion's messed up or whatever, right? You have a lack of motivation one day, and I want to work out, right? It's like I want to work out. I just don't have the motivation. I might not have the energy to do so. The weather might be bad. I might just be under the weather. Whatever, right? You didn't get much sleep. Whatever the case. How do I work out on a day like that? No, I don't look up a YouTube motivational video. Sometimes I come across something that's motivational. A lot of times what I do is I look at somebody that I'll go on YouTube. I'm telling you my trick right now. This isn't necessarily geared for you. I'm just telling you it works for me. I can go on YouTube. I'll find a workout person that I follow, and I'll follow their routine or whatever they go through. And I will legitly just stare at this person's workout routine and how it contracts their muscle to whatever. And as I'm seeing that contract, what I do personally is I look at myself. This guy's having his muscle contract. He's already doing something better than I'm doing at the moment. I'm watching a screen. This person's having his muscle contract. So therefore, I need to have my muscle contract or else I'm a pussy. Seriously, this is what I do to myself. This is just one way. This isn't 100% for me. But this is one way that I use motivation for working out. I tell myself I'm a pussy. Straight up. I don't mind doing this. If I tell myself I'm a pussy, then I already put it in my mindset that I'm a pussy. And I need to prevent that. Because my goals and dreams in life require me not to be a pussy. You understand? Because my conscious ideas and my goals and what drives me in life, the deeper goals, family, a house, blah, 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 feel good, look good, being around my children, my grandchildren, running with them, etc. Because my deeper loves and goals in life, I'm able to tell myself I'm unable to get those things if I'm staring at a screen hoping for motivation. That's how I get it. I don't get it because of a picture or I update and I have to be better than that picture because you might not be. At least appearance-wise on a picture, right? Some days you might just have a better picture. Some days you might have just got done in a workout and your biceps are just throbbing and they're big and it's tight. And you feel like showing off that picture. Well, guess what? That next day, and you post another picture of that bicep, it might not be throbbing. It might not look as good. You might be stronger. You might be better. But to the naked eye, you see someone who might have not worked out that day, who's probably going the opposite direction instead of ahead. Stop posting those pictures. That motivation is not sustainable. The motivation that will be sustainable for everyone isn't external, isn't other people's opinion, isn't other people's, wow, you look good, or, wow, you don't look good yet, therefore you should look good. It has nothing to do with that. It has 100% to do with you. It might work for you for a week, a month, a year, caring about what other people think. But it's not sustainable. And you're going to have to be artificially insinuating ways to be motivated. And it's not easy at that point, especially if you don't know what you're doing, to motivate yourself. Now, I do that. I thrive on telling myself that I'm better. I'm the best. No one's better than me. No one. So therefore, I'm not even going to consider other people. This is what I do. And it works for me. Because I don't care what other people think. I don't even care what my future spouse thinks. I care what I think. Why? Because I know personally, deep inside, moral, just, that I'm doing the right thing. That I'm doing something that's better for myself. That I'm doing something that is going to be sustainable, that is just. When I help an old lady across the street, I don't need to post it on Facebook. I don't need anyone to congratulate me. The people that do need that are the ones that are going to constantly need some sort of motivation. And they're going to always be confused on what that motivation is and what is the best route for motivation to become dedicated. It is not going to be helping an old lady across the street and posting on Facebook for everyone to see that you did that. Congratulations, buddy. Guess what? No one cares. No one's celebrating that with you. No one cares. Once you understand, no one gives a fuck about you the way you're hoping, the more motivation should ultimately be delivered. Because you are now powerful and responsible. Right? If your car breaks down, are you used to blaming the mechanic, blaming everyone else? Oh, I got to get this done. Or do you say, wow, what should have I done differently? Should have I paid attention to that part or those noises my car was making or whatever? Should I have changed my oil on time? Take responsibility. Stop posting on Facebook or social media that this New Year's resolution. No. Do it like Nike. The people who do it are people who do it. People who put on Facebook, I'm going to do it, I'm going to quit cigarettes, aren't. The people who do quit cigarettes aren't the ones reaching out for external help and joy. And can you feel this, that I quit cigarettes? I need other people. You feel that. Take it all in. Be responsible. Understand you have the power to quit the smoking or to work out or to get that next job or to do whatever, become better. You have that power. It's not granted by somebody else. And it's sad that people put that power into other people. How are you doing today? Ask my wife. Why does it matter what your wife feels on how you feel? You're different people. Only thing that you should be doing is working on yourself and to minimize the negative effects that implies to others. So, I'm an anarchist, right? You guys know me. I'm anti-politics. Don't tell anybody what to do. Just advice. If they don't want to listen to your advice, you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make that horse drink. I've said that a million times. And I think a lot of people still need that to have hit home in their brains. You need to go out and do the things that you need to do without your parents being involved, without your whoever. You need to be responsible for yourself, your actions, your future. You're responsible for these things. It's not necessarily the environment that you're in or the situation that you're in. It's not that. It's how do you thrive in that environment. Don't ask life for an easy life. Ask for the ability to endure a difficult one. Because if you're enduring a difficult life and you are thriving in that environment, you've already won. You've won in life. You don't need to be that person. Well, everyone who wasn't with me when I was down isn't going to be with me when I'm up. That wasn't their responsibility. Maybe they had to work on themselves and you were tearing them down. Stop being so selfish and stop relying on others. Those two things, I know it sounds opposites, polar opposites even, but it makes a lot of sense. If you're relying on others in terms of your satisfaction, your dedication, your motivation, whatever it may be. Guess what? That's not sustainable because that can go and that can choose to leave anytime it wants. It has nothing to do with you. But if you choose to be responsible and take this upon yourself, then if you fail, it's on you. You either learn or you're going to be dumb forever. See, there's no such thing as a bad experience. If you have a problem, a stroke, I know people with a stroke. My stepdad's sister had a stroke about a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. And according to a scale out of 1 to 10, she had a stroke of a 9.5. And she somehow survived. 2 other people were in the hospital with her who had a stroke that day. On the scale, it was a 6.5 for both of them. They both died. Why did my stepdad's sister had a will to live? Because she was more responsible. She had family, she didn't want to give up, whatever it may be. Now, I'm not here to tell you, I could dive into that aspect, but we're already 20 minutes in this video, and I don't want this to be an hour. I could easily turn this into an hour if I went down that rabbit hole of how to survive your deathbed. But anyways, I that's not for this video. Where was I going? Oh, so she had a dedication. She lived, right? There's 2 ideas. You had a stroke, therefore you're doing bad in life, and therefore you should better yourself. Your body has a unique way of telling you that you're not doing the right things for it. You eat a lot of sugar, you become diabetic. That diabetes isn't because a result of your body failing. It's rather a result of your body telling you something's wrong. So, there's 2 ways to look at that, and those were the 2. I tend to look at it as your body's trying to tell you something. Your body's telling you that you're not doing well. So you should probably take care of yourself. So if, for example, I had heart problems since I was 23, born with an irregular heartbeat. I did drugs a lot in my younger days, and I ended up having a really bad life in terms of my health. Why that's so important is because I didn't take care of myself. I always thought there was going to be a doctor. I was going to be young. There's always something that was just going to help me because other people got taken care of, and I thought I was just going to be okay. Until I realized I have to take care of myself. No one else is going to take care of that for me. The doctor can tell me all day long, I need to change my diet, I need to be on this drug, but that's not ultimately going to fix anything. The doctor cannot fix my heart. Can't. The only way to stop that is to be responsible for myself. And if I'm responsible for myself, then I can say to myself, the only one who can fail this is me. And therefore, the world becomes on my shoulders, not on my doctor's, and I feel comforted because it's on someone else's, but because I took it upon myself, and I took responsibility, which is so difficult to see this day and age. Want to know why responsibility is so difficult nowadays? Because you go to work. You don't do everything yourself. You don't tend the cows yourself. You don't focus on your garden. You don't fix your car you don't change your oil. You don't do those things. You go to work, you get the money, and then you have that comfort of paying somebody else to do that work for you. Because of that, you lose a responsibility aspect that is inherent in your DNA. You have responsibility in your DNA. And the reason why we don't right now is because we go to work, we're trying to live this American dream of pushing this responsibility on others. Because you put this responsibility on others to take care of your health, your car, your everything else, you pay somebody to do your own taxes? Why don't you do your own taxes? Why you got to pay another person to do your taxes? They're doing the same thing you are. I don't understand. Like you spend money for other people to take care of you. Why do you feel like they know or care what's best for you over yourself. What the fuck? To the day I die, I'm taking care of myself. I'm taking care of my family. I'm going to have ownership over myself and my responsibility. I'm not going to place that on others. So, I believe, without a shadow of a doubt, if you want to achieve anything in life, you want to keep working out, you want to keep on that path, you want that path to not stop, it has to be sustainable, and you have to be motivated. You have to. You cannot do anything without motivation. It's not sustainable. So what is going to get you up in the morning? For me, everything that I see in life, everything. And this works for me 100% of the time. If I see somebody else on YouTube working out and I'm not, I already see that I'm not doing something that is good for me. Therefore, I should change my outlook to adapt to bettering myself, however that is. And because I care so much about myself and I've chosen to be responsible for myself for so many years and not put it in the hands of a doctor or a therapist or anybody else, because I've chosen to put this in my own hands and I'm responsible, greater things inevitably occur. Why do those great things occur? Why do other people look to me for help? Because I've already set the blueprint for myself and I do it every day. And it's visibly noticeable to others. And others really take on that humbleness of that person, that dedication of that person, when they see somebody doing something without any reward mechanism from external people. So if I post something on Facebook and a lot of people say, oh, wow, that picture, you look great. Yeah, I'm going to still work out whether I post that picture or not. You might need to post that picture because you're still in default mode. You're still lower consciousness. You still don't understand your powers. You don't understand how much you mean to you. Sometimes it's just as important to detox yourself, feel good to recognize how great you feel. Work out for a month. Change your diet. Take sugar out of your diet. After a month, you're going to see how great you feel. And you're going to be like, fuck alcohol. Fuck smoking. Fuck all those things that were holding me down and make me feel like shit. You're going to be like, I like this good feeling. I like being my greatest version. I like being the best I can be in every attribute, every style, every aspect of my life. And you would too. If you like something from yourself and become better from yourself, that's addictive in itself. You get natural reward mechanisms by default, whether you inherently have them or if you just like being liked or whatever it is that keeps you on that path. If you have responsibility for others, if you have children, if you whatever, we all have our reasoning for our motivation. Do you have an aunt that died of cancer? I'm sure you do. Most people do. Do you have a cousin who died of diabetes? Probably. Cardiovascular health, whatever. Be the light in your family. Explain to them that there's a cause and effect. Why you're not doing good and why you are striving to be good. Better. Look, I'm 100% about happiness and longevity. It took my deathbed to come to that point. When you see me in my early YouTube, which was like 4 years ago or whatever, when I had long hair, really long hair, skinny, when I first started trucking, even right before trucking, I made a few, maybe two or three videos before I got in the truck. And I was skinny. I was taking care of myself. There's something that's in me, and you got to put it in you that you care. You need to get some motivation, right? Or else you're just going to be a waste of space. And do you want that? Do you want to be of value to people? Me personally, if I'm valuable to others, I'm worth being here. If I am not valuable to others, I'm a waste of space. I'm taking up all the resources and not giving resources. I'm just taking value, not giving it. You probably shouldn't be here. You're worse off for the world if you take and not give. You are literally worsening the planet and everybody in it. Worsening. When I think of that stuff, do I want to be a problem for others, or do I want to be the light that radiates and shines and lifts people up? Look, I'm nothing special. I'm going through heart problems, cardiovascular disease for the last 10 years. Look, I can get on that exercise bike easy and go at least 50% for 10 minutes. Easy. With a few bursts of 75%, 80% for 10 minutes. Boom. There's my calorie loss. Burn calories, burn fat, and feel better. It's not that difficult. If you just can find 10 minutes out of your day. Look, I'm going to show you something. If you can see it, I don't know. We'll see. All right, you can barely see that. All right, outside. I'm trying to show you outside. Okay, you can't see that. I tried, guys. Can't see that. It's raining outside. I've already worked out today. I've worked out for an hour. I do 10 minutes on my abs. I do 10 minutes, about 25 to 30 minutes on the dumbbells and many different exercises. Then I do 10 minutes on the bike, the exercise bike, which you're not going to be able to see if I show you because I got shit all over it now because, I took a shower and put the towel over it. But I put all this time in, and then it's raining outside. What am I doing the second it stops raining? I'm going to go for a walk or a jog or a run for a few miles. Why? Because I'm motivated. And later tonight, during the mixed martial arts event, I have a huge TV over here. I'm watching the martial arts event. I'm living the life that I want to live. And the reason that I do live this life is because I've made a lot of mistakes. I was young and dumb, and I didn't realize what's truly important. Even when I'm in the truck making videos on health versus wealth, I know what I was doing was killing my health, but I was picking a priority of money over my health. That's why I made those videos, health over wealth. Hey, I can see my health deteriorating in those videos. I'm scared to look back in those videos just to see where I was. Now, some of you guys I even have a few comments from you guys that trucking kicked my ass, or right now I'm not my greatest version, or whatever. That when I was in the truck I was doing good, but now I'm not doing good, which is actually the complete opposite. Which tells me that those people making those comments were essentially the same people. First off, they're new to the channel, so they haven't seen the older stuff where I was skinny and loving life and always a smile on my face when I had longer hair. Watch those videos when I had longer hair. Look at my demeanor. It's just beautiful. It's down to earth. This isn't a new thing for me to feel good and to want to become my greatest version and happiness and longevity and try to help others. This isn't new. This has been me for a while. The only problem was if I'm not taking care of myself, hence me not being on YouTube is me taking care of myself. If I'm not taking care of myself, then I can't help you guys. It's a disservice to you guys. It's a disservice for me because I needed to help myself first. How do you guys stay motivated? You're going to have to consider many different things. One of those things being, what's important to you? Do you need external lift ups and motivation and to excel you into the right direction? Maybe. But understand a lot of that external stuff, in fact, all of the external stuff that I can think of on the top of my head, not sustainable. You watch that YouTube video of David Goggins. I think that's the guy's name. He motivates me. He motivates millions of people. He works out. When he doesn't feel like working out, he still says it. Oh, you don't feel like working out? Well, guess what I'm doing? I'm working out. And, he's trying to show you, like, hey, You're not doing it, but I'm doing it. You know? And you kind of got to instill that in yourself. And if you don't instill that in yourself, some sort of motivation, it's not going to be sustainable. You're not going to work out. You're not going to get that job because it's going to get boring and it's not going to be sustainable. Now, again, you need to understand what works for yourself. Is this thing benefiting me or not? Truck driving? Come on, guys. If you, and I know a lot of old heads and these people that have been trucking for longer than me, all like to say, generally, that trucking's great and I'm the person who didn't like trucking. But watch these people that haven't lasted 1 year in the industry. They're everywhere. They don't last a year. I lasted 4. Like almost 4. Technically, I got out of the truck before my 4th year. So I'll say 3.5. Okay. But almost 4 years. I've been in the truck. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've been a few different positions in truck driving. Long haul, short haul. I've done a few number of things. I've done, what's that thing when you go to the railroad thing? I even made a few videos while I was doing it. You clock into the railroad thing, and yeah, you need a special passport, and it's like hell trying to get into these places. And intermodal. I've done intermodal. I've done it all, guys. You guys can't say that I don't know what I'm talking about. I've done this shit for 4 years, many different companies, many different states. I've been everywhere, long haul, short haul. I've been everywhere, guys. I've been to that shipper that you guys are complaining about. I've been there. That shipper that there's no way you can back into it with a semi. Like, it's impossible. But fucking somehow we do it, right, guys? I've been there. I've been there where you're in a winter storm and then you're stuck in Idaho for fucking 5 days. I've been there, guys. Not getting paid. I've been there. I know that trucking isn't anyone's greatest job. I know that it's going to be a lot of wear and tear on the person, the individual. I know it's going to be worse for your health. So what would motivate a truck driver who's eating unhealthy, who can't exercise except if they're stuck in a snowstorm and they just so happen to have dumbbells in their truck, which is still not much exercise, but it gets your heart rate at least moving, right? If you're not able to exercise, you're not able to diet, you're not able to move, you're just getting fat, lethargic, worse and worse. Every single day you're drinking gallons of sugar and sugar water and stuff. If you're doing that every day, how do you stay motivated? Get the fuck out. That's how. Guess what, guys? America's not going to go down the toilets because trucking shit. I know that's tough for you guys to understand, but lack thereof trucks can produce an economic problem. But in my opinion, it's a necessary problem. I'm almost to the point now that I want all the truck drivers just, hey guys, stop. Stop, guys. You're killing yourselves for what? For what? Some money? That you get to finally go home and blow it at the strip club? Like my trainer did back in 2015? When I first got into trucking in 2015, I'm living in Florida in 2015. I'm living my life the way I want to. I don't care about money or any of that, but I was hurting for money, and I couldn't afford my apartment on my jobs that I was working, and I needed something more money, right? So I fell into the paradigm of trucking. I fell into the whole work, grind, rise and grind. That's what I would say to you guys. In some of my videos, especially early on in trucking, rise and grind. Why did I say that? Because I was running a rat race that the only finish line is your deathbed. Look, guys, your job's going to replace you tomorrow. Look, there's good things to motivate yourself for. And then there's things that if you try to motivate yourself for something, it's actually doing you more harm than good. You need to find something that is benefiting you and go for that. Even if you fail, even if it's tougher, get out of your comfort zone and do it. Do it like Nike. And I hope to God that is today's video's most important phrase. Do it. See, if you're not going to do it, it's because of you. It's because you have valued weakness over strength. You have valued laziness over motivation and dedication and energy. You are choosing comfort and entertainment or whatever it have you over something more essential. And that's helping yourself. That's whether that's your job, whatever it is, right? You know what you need to fix in your life. I don't. I can talk to you empathically. I can talk to you online in a message. It won't help nearly as much. I can't help you any further than this information. You're going to find this information, and you're going to find ways in your life to benefit yourself, to motivate yourself, to become greater in your life, to provide value. And how do you do it? How do you quit cigarettes? You quit cigarettes. Nothing else matters. Look, doesn't matter what you posted on Facebook. It doesn't matter what some guy on YouTube said, like me. Doesn't matter what the fuck I just said. It matters how you take this information, how it's delivered, how you adapt this information, how you utilize this information, and how you achieve the goals that you want. That's what matters. And the only one who can do that is you. You need to figure out, hey guys, I have a problem. My health's bad or whatever it is. And you fix it. You don't go to a doctor. Okay? You don't go to your parents and, I'm running out of money. Go get your money, bro. Earn it. And when you earn something, you will have a reward mechanism that's sustainable. Why is that reward mechanism sustainable? Look, do you like flavor in food? Because if you like flavor in food, there's a reason why that food is delicious. It's not delicious for the reasons that it's a natural food product and you'll just like it. It's because your ancestors for thousands of years have been eating this stuff. Why does salt taste good? Look, guys, salt is a chemical compound. It's not even food. Why does it taste good? Because our ancestors have been putting it on food, especially northern folk, let's say white people or Eskimos or whatever, right? People that have much less UV, much less sunlight in the wintertime, much less heat in the wintertime, and therefore, I fucked that up. Warmer climates where you don't have winter times and such. So you need to preserve your food. How do you preserve food? Salt, peppers, onions. That's why we enjoy that flavor, because for thousands of years, our ancestors have been putting on food for preservation purposes. It's not because the food itself, or because that tastes good. It's not like, oh, this tastes good, we'll put it on it. Nowadays, we do that. But that's not how we did it for thousands of years. So we have adapted to enjoy the taste and flavors of these foods. Pork tastes great, but guess what? For thousands of years, we've been herding and domesticating pigs, okay, and boars into pigs. For thousands, if not millions of years, for all I fucking know, right? But the point is I'm getting at is that for thousands of years, that reward mechanism is playing down from generation to generation into your genetics. That's how deeply embedded something like flavor can be. And that's why it's important that I'm talking about this. If you are dedicated and being the light in your family and becoming greater, this envelops the people around you. You raise the bar for the people around you. Look, the sum of your friends, rather the meeting of your friends is you, right? You're probably the most susceptible. You're probably the least trendsetter type. you're probably going to be the middle range of all your friends. If all your friends like NFL, you're going to like NFL. It's going to be the talking point of your friendship, right? If all of your friends like something, you're going to end up liking that. You're going to have to, right? Now imagine if you're the father of a household. You're the head of the household, the father, and you're instilling this in everyone around you, that you're great. You're raising the bar for your wife and your kids become better. Imagine the traits that get passed on year after generation after generation from your family. In your blood, your genetics become stronger rather than weaker. Look, if that isn't motivation enough, your genetics, the reason why you're here, if that force isn't powerful enough to make you your greatest version, I don't know what can be. It's strong enough for me to become better for my family, my friends, to uplift and become better. And everyone around me raises the bar and we become better. Why is it that when you're in a really peaceful place, like out in the middle of fucking, just say, East Bumfuck, Kansas, right? In the middle of the country, in the middle of nowhere, they don't have neighbors for thousands of miles, thousands of light years. They've never seen a soul for a decade, right? Obviously, exaggerating if you're not catching on. If East Bumfuck, Kansas guy is living an easy life, all right, what do you expect the offspring to be? More comforted, easy life. That rich guy who has children and has an easy life for their children. Their children grow up, they're spoiled, they get all this money, they don't receive any type of responsibility for their actions because daddy always has money or whatever, right? It's a very small percentage of the population, but of course it does happen where these 16-year-olds get a car for their birthday and shit, right? These millionaires. Why is it that they're almost always douchebags, or they're not empathetic, or they don't understand what it's like for others? It's because for generation after generation, this has been instilled in their DNA. This is the environment that they're growing up when they're most susceptible to change and belief development. So, of course, they are going to become that in which that their parents were. If you have Christian parents, chances are you were going to church and praying every day too. All right? If your parents were racist, generally, if you're hearing, let's say racist slurs all day, that's going to envelop in you and your genetics and your environment that you're in. That's going to become the norm. That's going to become that's going to be instilled in your genetics year after year, passing down those traits generation after generation. To stay motivated, to me, would be like, hey, me, great. I want a great spouse with great genes, with great, those things that I want to, kind of intertwine my genes with, right? So I got to become better if I want to attract better genes from the opposite sex. And then when we have offspring, we got to have some sort of understanding for each other and responsibility that, hey, you're going to be a great mom and I'm going to be a great dad, and that comes first. And then husband and wife come second. And you instill these values into each other. And then you have a foundation. And when you have a foundation, it's more motivation, right? It's like, I have a set of core exercises for my workout. I do my ab exercises, then I do this, then I have a routine. And because of this routine, and I take my exercises seriously, I go very slow in my reps. In my delivery, I go very slow. I gotta feel it, and if I'm not feeling it, I gotta flex afterwards until it hurts, until I get the proper results that I want. Because I have chosen to take responsibility for myself. I take responsibility for myself, my future, etc. Again, why is this important in motivating you? Well, here's the thing. I'm trying to tell you, I just do it, right? There's more instilled in me of dedication and motivation in me every single day. Every day. It's so much more than me. Like, I have gotten to a point right now where what matters most is a moral philosophy. What matters to me most is morally based. What I do with my life, the responsibility, my dedication is morally based on becoming greater for others. Because you got to be great in yourself to make that into others. You cannot be great yourself and, you cannot not be great yourself and make others great. It just can't happen. You're doing a disservice. Everyone can see through you. It just doesn't make sense. You got to become greater yourself. In order to become greater yourself, just keep doing it. Become dedicated. Those days that you aren't dedicated or motivated to lift weights or to go to your job or whatever it is. I don't know what it is for you. I don't know what that next step is or whatever. All I know is that you need to get out of your comfort zone. You need to stop relying on others. You need to stop posting this shit on Facebook. Because you know what's going to happen. My New Year's resolution's this. Day 2, you quit. Why? Because no one's invested in your progression. Only you. Only you. I have to explain this to a lot of people because people don't get it. People think that, oh, your parents love you or this person loves you, so they're invested with you. That doesn't work like that. The only one invested in you is you. And the only one who's going to be motivated for something is you. Look, any external motivation will get you out of bed for 1 or 2 days, right? You get that girl, and then you're unmotivated. You're getting attention, now you're unmotivated. You're not getting enough attention, you're unmotivated. You watch that YouTube video, and David Goggins is fucking, lifting weights, and he's fucking pumping. He's like, you pussies out there, if you're not doing this shit, well, guess what? Because you're not doing this shit. You just got to do it, guys. And guess what I'm doing to you guys? I'm telling you the same thing, but I'm being as philosophical as possible. I'm trying to break it down to you guys into a level where it's digestible and understandable, and it's important for you guys to do so. Every day you're not becoming your greatest version, you're doing the opposite to yourself. You're doing a disservice to yourself. And I just want to let you know, if you just do it, then there's no excuse. And there is such thing as muscle memory, and I do want to dive into this as one of the last things before we get into an hour into this video. Muscle memory. Why is muscle memory important? If you've done something over and over and over again, it becomes muscle memory. If you get out of bed and you just get out of bed immediately without just laying there, you're getting out of bed immediately. And then you set yourself into a habitual routine. You get out of bed, you just start working out. Or you get out of bed, drink your water, take your shit, whatever you got to do, brush your teeth, take your shit, whatever you got to do. And just do whatever you got to do. Whatever you know you have to do, just do it. Do it. I know there's other motivational people on YouTube telling you the same shit I am. But it's crucial to just do it. If every second you're not doing it, you're convincing yourself that it's okay not to do it. Every second you do. See, if you're the type of person who needs to, when you wake up, you need to check your social media and flip through your phone, you have created a habit of doing that. Is that important for you? Is that your comfort zone? Is that serving you? Is that making you better? To the second you get up, you got to, see what people are saying online, to the facts or whatever people are talking about. This article just came out. You don't have to do that. Guys, just do what you need to do. Find that motivation in you, not an external thing. Find out what's most important for you, and to make that happen, you have to make some adaptations. It's not going to be comfortable. But you need to understand you're going to get some severe reward consequences. These reward consequences or mechanisms are designed to help you. They are natural. They are here to help you. They are to make you feel good. When you're doing a pull and you're working out, and then after your workout, you feel great. Why? Because you have detoxed your body. There's so many things going on just in a workout. Look, my suggestion, take care of yourself physically, mentally, spiritually. And if you are not, you are doing a disservice. You are not becoming your greatest version. You're hurting the people around you. Look, if I'm 60 years old, right, and I feel like I'm 100. I'm handicapped. I can't do anything to help my kids or my grandkids. Why am I here? Was doing drugs and smoking cigarettes and doing all these things for all these years and not taking care of my health, was that important to me? No one's going to motivate you but you. And if I can't motivate you, that's fine. If you can't motivate you, that's not fine. So find that motivation. It's not going to be external. You need to instill it in you. You have the power. You are a powerful person. Law of attraction does exist. If you see something and believe in it and associate it with your life and you want it that bad, it will come to you. And it doesn't just naturally just float to you. You need to want it so much that you're not willing to say no to it. You just got to do it. You say, that's mine. Say you're powerful. Anything is yours. Have you ever seen Scarface? I'm sure you have. 1980s movie. Probably mid-80s, early 80s. I don't remember. Before I was born in 86. So before I was born. Scarface. The world is yours. When you put words into your brain and you believe them, you have just rewired your brain. Why is this important? If you tell yourself, I'm going to do it, you have just transformed the world around you and manipulated it to react and become that in which you want it to be. The world is your oyster. If you tell yourself the world is yours and you mean it and you believe it, nothing can stop you unless it's an adverse from some other consciousness. This would be somebody else saying, the world isn't yours, buddy. It's mine. And they want it more. Then they're going to get it. I'm going to give you an example. Guy goes up to a girl. Guy feels not very confident, hasn't talked to a woman in a while, and he just feels a feeling like, I'm just going to try it. What's the worst thing that can happen? Your aura, when you approach that girl, makes the whole difference. The aura. Not how you reacted to her. Just your aura. Because everything else, your frequency, matters the most. If you have a good heart, she's going to feel it. If you are nervous, she's going to feel it. Look, we're all naturally empathic. We all have feelings. When somebody's in an angry mood, you feel that. Guy number one goes up to a girl. He's nervous. She feels that he's nervous. She's going to be like, well, you weren't ready for me. Naturally. No conscious decision made. But because of your aura, you have made her say no. Whether she had a boyfriend or not, doesn't matter. None of that shit matters. What matters was your aura. Do you want something? Do it. Feel it. Own it. You don't need an excessive amount of testosterone to get a girl. You don't need to have the workout regimen for 15 years to get a girl. You need the aura. How do you get that aura? You need a thought. That's literally how you do it. If you change the way you see things, the things you see begin to change. If you're seeing the world as, I'm getting that girl. Well, here we go. Guy number two goes up to the same girl. Same girl, same physique. The only thing that's different is this guy's aura. This guy goes up to the girl now, guy number two, and he's very, very Mr. Do It. I just do it. No consequences, because guess what? I'm doing it. I'm not thinking about if I fail. I'm not thinking about, all the bad things that would happen down the line if I'm with this girl. Don't think about any of that, because you're clogging an aura. You're fluctuating an aura to not being, focused and dedicated, or whatever it is. You're going to be noticed that you're going to be a guy that knows what he wants, and he grabs what he wants, without any confusion, without any cloudiness in their judgment. Guy number two goes up to the girl. Hey, how you doing? You look pretty, and I was wondering, if we can go out for coffee or whatever, right? And because guy number 2 just goes up with that aura of, I'm going to get this girl and I'm going to be calm and collect during it, that guy's much more apt to get that woman because that girl's going to be like, oh, well, we have more of a comfort zone between us two rather than that last guy who was making it a little awkward, you know? So guy number 2 goes and gets the girl. What's the difference? They both said do it, but it's how they approached the situation. Your aura is what is your motivation. Is your aura better or worse? What do you think attracts the opposite sex? Greater or worse? Let's say I'm really good in bed and you're not. Let's just say. Let's not tooting my own horn or anything like that. This is hypothetical. I'm good in bed, you're not. We go up to the same girl and she's very aware of that difference. She might have heard it from her girlfriends who slept with both of us. She finds out, hey, I'm the guy that goes an hour. I have a much bigger dick, whatever, right? And I'm much more healthy. And now you're the fatter guy, probably with erectile dysfunction, can't last long in bed, whatever, right? Who is she going to pick and why? Come on, guys. The better genetics? The greater person? Or the less great person? Come on, guys. Are you going to get the girl of your dreams by getting fat, getting lazy? Or is that motivation itself enough, where it's the driving force? See it in others. Why does this girl want this guy? What is he doing that's different? Is he just attractive and has a natural gift? Maybe. But does this guy have an aura around him? Look, this works for everything. This works for relationships, consciousness. This works for your job. This works for working out. You just need to do it. You need to tell yourself, I'm just going to do it. But there's a level of dedication and gradering yourself. If you're not bettering yourself, people see that. Okay? If you're going up to that girl and you're not ready for that girl, she can see that. Better yourself, guys. Do the things that you need to do to better yourself, or else you're going to be shot down every time. And I'm just giving it to you straight. And that's how the world should work. If you're fat and lazy, you shouldn't get the hot chick. Okay? You shouldn't. Just because you have a lot of money shouldn't give you the hot chick. You should be able to get the hot chick, right? Or what, the girl of your dreams, whatever, right? You should be able to. But it takes work, takes discipline, takes some level of understanding. Some level of consciousness of saying, hey, this is who I am. Right now, I might not be my greatest version. I might be 10 pounds overweight, 100 pounds overweight. I might be smoking, or I might be a drinker or a drug addict. Guess what? You can get out of that. You got to say no to that stuff and say, hey, this makes me feel much better than that. This is making me so I'm a better person for my family, the people around me. Even if you have no one around you. How do you get people around you? You got to be likable. Maybe that's something you need to work on. Become likable. Stop swearing as much. Stop saying fuck this, fuck that, and always having an attitude. Because that's not attractive. Start finding out what is making people want to be around you. And become your greatest version. So this is a long video. I hope I wasn't too vague. I hope that I was able to drive home some points. I have many more videos coming, so you need to stay tuned. It's Opex, guys. I am back, and I'm 100% back. This isn't just a, I might make a video once in a while. I'm back, guys. I can show you right now on my phone. I have so much content. From back when I was in the truck, I was writing notes of different topics and what to talk about. I have tons of content for you guys. This is just important to understand that you can do whatever it is that you want to do. There's so many examples out in the world. You can look it up online. You can look it in your own life. There's examples of the people that die of cancer and why they died of cancer. Everything has a cause and effect. Guys, to become better, you need to make a conscious change. You need to put in your mind this conscious change. You need to be dedicated to this change and become greater. Look, the greatest thing about becoming greater is it's never It's a never-ending thing. You're always going to become greater. You're always going to become better. There's always something to work on. There's always some. You're not patient? Start working on your patience. You're not happy all the time? Find out why you're intoxicated with all these toxins. I don't know. Whatever it is that you need to figure out and work on, you can do. And you can become your greatest version that you can be. And why is this all important? Because you know why it's important, not me. Why is this important for you? Because maybe you need to make some changes in your life. I'm not going to ever be that guy that's, oh, I did it. I worked out. My biceps bigger than all my friends. I'm going to stop. I'm not that guy. I need to see what's serving me. If something is not serving me, I need to find a way to make that thing serve me. If that thing is not going to serve me or is not worth it in my priority list, then you need to get rid of that. Look, you can be the greatest person ever. But if you're with a spouse who's not reasonable, or a girlfriend, boyfriend that's not reasonable, or even a friend that's not reasonable, you need to get out of that relationship, because that's a one-way street. You need to start bettering, enhancing your life. Be with those who are bringing you up instead of down. If somebody's bringing you down, that person does not belong to be in your life. And if that person's making you better, that person needs to be in your life, and you need to explain to that person and communicate to that person the great that that person's doing to you. And whether that's a motivational thing for you, or if that's something that's helping you in depression or whatever, you need to explain that and communicate that to that individual. And also try to be the light in other people. Like I said before, to me, I don't want to be a waste of space. I don't want to be that person, on Christmas, taking everything and giving nothing. Right? That's a very ugly person. That's not somebody that you want to start a family with. You want somebody to start a family with that is giving to others, has something to give, has value, has something to give to others. Look, I feel better about bringing that old lady across the road much more than telling people that I brought an old lady across the road. You know what I mean? That's for me, because I have told myself it matters to me. And because I really care about myself, the things that matter to me matter a lot. So I've taken the things that matter to me and put a priority list on them. My health matters top. Money matters really low. I'd rather be out there freezing and being a good person than having all the money in the world and just taking. If you're not giving, you're wasting your space. Look, you have a lot of potential. You can do so much for the world. You can do so much for yourself, your family, whether that's something small like help your family member move. Look, if you help somebody, don't reach out and be like, hey man, you didn't say thank you. Don't be that person. Just understand in your consciousness, you did the right thing. That feels good for you to do the right thing. My favorite type of philosophy is moral philosophy. If you guys aren't familiar, watch my video on moral philosophy. It is my favorite topic. My life work is about moral philosophy. If it's not moral, it's not right. It doesn't matter what the law says. It doesn't matter anything else. What's moral matters most. And if we can't discuss what's moral, then we're just going to all be in a problem shape, right? We're going to be basing things in our life on others rather than ourselves and our responsibility and what really truly matters, which is morality. It's helping others. It's becoming that better person. I'd much rather be that person who gave everything to others than to be that person who only took. That's ugly. Non-compassion, it's ugly. Anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. There's a very few people that made it this far in the video, if any. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. It's Opex. I am back, baby. If you guys want specific content, which I do have a few of you guys having specific content topics that you want me to provide, I'm here. I'm willing to provide any topic, even if it is something I touched on. Just be more detailed about the topic. Don't just say, hey, can you make a video on health food? That's very vague. And I've made 100 videos on health food. So Don't just make a vague video topic for me. Be more specific, or else I'm just going to say, hey, watch some of my health videos. I don't know what to tell you. Because I have tons of content that I do want to give you guys, and I want it to be valuable to you. I don't know exactly what is going to benefit you. I know what benefits me and what benefits the people in my life, and I know what is important. So I'm going to give you that stuff first. My population control video, of course, when I'm making those types of videos or based on, this is all information I think will help you. It might not help everyone. A lot of people will just avoid those videos. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But that information needs to be put out there. This video needs to be put out there. If this can help one person in any shape or form, oh, dude, I went to work out. Thanks to you. That means the world to me. That means the world to me. Even if I don't hear that, I suspect it. It means the world to me. It means that I'm doing the right thing. I don't care if I have 500 followers, 1 billion followers, or 0. The most influential people in the world are usually the ones that that hit home for people more. People that have better speech craft. I don't have that stuff. I'm telling you straight up blunt how it is and articulate it how I know how. And that's through philosophy. If I can help you guys in any shape or form, let me know. If you guys want even entertainment videos, I can definitely create skits where it can hit home a little bit easier. Like if you went to church and they might have some skits that they do to kind of like say, well, this is what happened in this situation. It's kind of like how John handled this situation, at church. I can do those kind of things here. And I'm very articulate with my skits. I know you guys can watch some of my older skits and be like, hey, that was kind of lame or boring. But I didn't put a lot of effort into those skits. It was more of a, haha, let's just do this real quick and edit it. But I can definitely do skits. And I can definitely do any topic video you want. Leave it down below what topic you want to hear. And I can articulate it how you want. Just please, more detail in your topic questions. Because if it's something vague, like, I don't know. You guys keep giving me this vague stuff, and it's very tough to deliver what you want. So just let me know. Anyways, it's Opex. I'm out, guys. Stay tuned for more content. Plenty more coming. See you guys.